Welcome to your daily focus for August the 19th, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Thank you for sharing me with family, friends. Thank you for subscribing. Now, I'm supposed to look at this card. It tried to slide away very sneakily. It is what? Oh, look at that. The Six of Cups. I'm surprised this card isn't showing up more often with all the planets that we do have in retrograde. The Six of Cups, I see this very strongly as something in your past that needs to be healed. For you to understand the truth rather than what you were led to believe. I see this more of ourselves, our inner child, and we're kind of standing back a little hesitantly. We're kind of crouched in. We're not to touch the flowers. We're not to smell the flowers. We're not supposed to maybe even look at the flowers in our minds. And our spirit guide, our angel, comes and shows us that it's okay, that coaxes us near the flowers, that says they are yours. You can smell them. You can touch them. You can look at them. It can be in your path going forward. So there could be a valuable lesson coming in today, or something to remind you that that was somebody's opinion rather than the truth way back when. Or nobody should have ever made you feel that way. Knowing that you are worthy, deserving, enough. You are enough. Absolutely. Just as you are. Okay. So the 19 energy. The 19 energy is a beautiful energy. It's the sun energy. It is about us. It's about moving forward. And it's our light. It's our vibration that allows us to see the portals into our tomorrow. So raise your light. Raise your light. Raise your energy. Raise your vibration. Raise your vitality, raise your happiness level in some way, in some manner, even if it's only for, say, 5 minutes today. 5 minutes is long enough to start that vibration really attaching itself to a vibration source that you are calling onto, whether it's a career change, a jump in your career, stature in the community, a beautiful home life, health, well-being, love, spirituality, whatever you are hoping for, whatever you are dreaming for, whatever you are trying to obtain in your life and setting goals towards. Can be very possible of maybe not getting it at this point, but seeing the way forward, seeing how we can strategize, make the plan, step into what we want to do. So big picture today, I would think. Now, if we do the numerology of the day, it is a 13. Unlucky 13, a lot of people say, but it's not. Unfortunately, sometimes the 13 energy, hey, boys, inside voices. They're best friends, I swear. The 13 energy sometimes comes in and takes away something. Hopefully not as dramatic as that. From your life, and you may think that you needed that in your life. You may think you might have been attached to it. It might have been a crutch for you. It might have been a solid in your life, or you thought it was. And it's only until maybe years later you can actually look back. It could be days, it could be months, but sometimes years. Sometimes we never really truly understand why that happened in our life. But so often we do look back and say, wow, I'd never be here if it weren't for that. That changed me in some way. Changed my dynamic, changed my direction, changed my perceptions. Showed me my strength, showed me my courage. And 3 + 1 is a 4, so bringing yourself into a true balance. And it has to be worked upon. And all of this year, we are learning about balance. The balance that needs to be in our life. And for all of us, it's somewhere else. So we won't go into that. But know that you are feeling out of balance in some way, somehow in your life. It could be in your diet. It could be in your routine. It could be in your relationships. It could be in your job. It could be within the community. It could be within your heart. And working towards really bringing that balance in. The sun is in Leo, moon is in Virgo, and I believe Mercury, probably later tonight, but we'll feel Mercury very strongly in our day probably, because it is in the final degree and moving over tonight into Virgo as well, I believe. So we'll have a month of Mercury in Virgo. We're a little bit more direct and to the point where it's big picture, but we're looking at what really matters and what doesn't matter. It's a beautiful energy, really, to talk about and communicate of what you do need in your life and what you do not need in your life. Watch yourself, though. We can get really caught up in all the details. We can kind of lose our focus of the big picture. So keep it big picture. The Two of Cups. New relationships, new beginnings, new starts, new adventures, new opportunities, new passions, dreams, and desires. That's what the Two of Cups symbolizes. New things coming in your life today, new opportunities, new people that you meet. It could be a change in environment, a new job, a new community. It's a bonding with something else or someone else. A new start, a fresh start. Let's see what the other cards are. Oh, the Four of Swords, though, shows up next. And it says, first of all, if you're tired, then rest. For goodness sakes, if you're tired, then rest. If you're hungry, then eat. This is a time to restore yourself. This is a time to take a time out from the busyness. This is a time to hang up your armor. Take off your armor and hang up your weapons. And think about your tomorrow. And fantasize about the beauty that you are going to awaken to. Watch your health. Don't take health risks when this card shows up. And the Knight of Cups. So it's a beautiful day to get together with somebody. Somehow connect. Enjoy each other's companies. Grow each other's dreams. Support each other. Love each other. Grow with each other. Expand your success with each other. Grow your abundance with each other. This is about loving the moment, being in the moment, appreciating the people around us. And I almost get this as a question mark of, if you needed some kind of support or somebody to come into your life, what would that person look like? What attributes do they need to have? What talents, abilities do they need to come equipped with? What kind of toolbox do you need for them to bring in order for you to flourish, in order for you to really step into your authentic self, to let out your creative genius? Who would that person, or what would that item look like, or what would that environment look like? Imagine it, see it, understand it. Ask it to come in and then expect it to. We'll get a mantra. And you say, oh, come on, Tilly. I see it and it's going to be there for me. So I got to tell you, you might have heard this one before if you're a longtime viewer, but, I love showing my kids just how magical the world can be. So it was like 3 days before Christmas. The mall is crazy. The really big department store that everybody knew, it was the mall it was that mall, right? And I said to my kids, I said, parking's going to be horrendous. I said, but we'll just ask for a parking spot. I said, which one do you want? And my son said, well, anyone, Mom? And I said, yeah, pick anyone. He goes, the one right at the front door at the department store. And I thought, oh, for goodness gracious, like, that's impossible. You can't get that on a day when nobody's shopping. That's still taken there. So I said, okay. I said, that's the one you want. That's the one we'll get. And we drove up, and as we drove up, a car was actually leaving from there, and we pulled in, and I laughed. And so Christmas Eve comes around, and we're driving back there. We have to go back for that one more item, right? And I said, so which parking spot do you want this time? And my son says the exact same one. So I said, okay. I saw it in my mind being empty, and we pulled in, and there it was. It was empty and waiting for us. So, if you don't put doubt into it, if you put pure belief into it, your angels, your God, your spirit guides are there ready and waiting to assist and help. It's when we start to doubt that we are deserving of it, that it would really happen. Our mantra, look at this, moving forward, get ready for positive change. That has been the message over and over and over and over again. Trust me, when the energy's hard, and I tell you, it's hard right now, it is a little harder to move through, but there is great potential in the energy around us. So look at how you want to go forward. What do you want to step into? What is the adventure that is awaiting your presence? What is the opportunity that longs for you to be a part of it? Who is that perfect person in your life? A new best friend. You see yourself differently. You see yourself new and improved, right? You work out more. You go and you get a whole new word. It's something to change your whole perception of your tomorrow. The only drawbacks, the only things that are limiting is the glass ceiling that we place there because of our doubt in ourselves and God, our angels, our spirit guides. And yes, we have to be present. We have to show up. We have to do the work. We have to learn. We have to grow throughout the experience. But it's there. It's there for the taking. It's there for you to take it. So, moving forward, get ready for positive change. Situations and events of the past are clearing and making way for positive changes. Turn the negative experiences into a positive and more rewarding future. You have the resources and ability to move forward now. Take a leap of faith, knowing that the angels will open doors for you and present a clearer and smoother road ahead. Don't let fear or stagnation hold you back. The mantra is, I am ready to move forward with confidence. Or how about, I am moving forward with confidence? I am moving forward with confidence. Because I know, I believe, that it's waiting for me. All I have to do is the work. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat tonight. So, I still had to drive to the mall. The parking spot would have been waiting for me had I, decided to go over to the different strip mall across the street or something. It still would have been available for me. My angels, God, my spirit guides would have made sure it was open. But I wouldn't be there for it. I have to be present for it. And I could really literally sit here and tell you story after story after story after story after story just like that one in everyday experiences. I had one boyfriend tell me, "Oh, I don't want to ask in case I really need them. I don't want to overdo it." They don't keep score. They, if you ask, they're there for you. Period. Look at this giggle, the deer. Don't forget to giggle. Don't forget to raise your vibration. That brings us right back to the very beginning of the 19 energy, the sun energy, the us energy of raising our vibration. I need a sip of water. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Okay, giggle and the deer. So raising our vibration, laughing, being present, seeing the beauty around you. Giggle, laugh, smile, comedy, fun, and play. Live and work, but do not forget to play, to have fun in life and really enjoy it. Deer tells you to giggle, to giggle. He feels that your laughter has been stifled by life's difficulties and pain. Smiling is the start, and oftentimes a giggle follows. Giggling is something we notice in young children, as it's part of their natural existence. Adults tend to lose their silliness and amusement at life because of the burden of pain. But by being childlike and giggling, there is a release of stress. An essential part of your daily life should include smiles, laughs, humor, and giggles. Read, tell a joke, or turn on a comedy. Before you know it, the giggles will become natural to you. And don't worry about the judgment from others. And there is research out there. If you just sit there and you giggle, you automatically can release yourself from a depression, a sadder state, a worrisome state. And just sit there and just giggle. Now, you don't want to do that somewhere in public, right? You might find yourself in a nice, really soft rubber room somewhere really fast. Because remember, adults aren't supposed to giggle. Children can giggle. We can't. For absolutely no reason. But it actually moves you into a higher vibration, a stronger energy. The same vibration, perhaps, of your goal, your dream, your desire. And you see the path clearly. Create a playful environment at work, at home, and know you can't motivate another. That comes from within each individual person. Just plant the seed, water it, and remember to fertilize and watch the blooms that appear. Spend more time with those who make you smile and laugh, less with those who make you sad. Surrounding yourself with happy people creates a happy life. The world can be changed. Your world can be changed. It's as simple as smiling at someone who looks sad, waving in a car that is having a difficult time turning, offering a hug to a perfect stranger who's just having a bad day, or making small talk with the cashier who looks depressed. Some may call it pay it forward or a random act of kindness, but some call it a normal part of their day. What happens with each of these acts is it creates a ripple effect that raises the vibration of the universe. And it starts with you. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.